watching the Sports Political channel of LB. If you're not a subscriber to this channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and share these videos on your social media platforms. Let's get down to business. So during an episode of The Shop, that's LeBron James's own show that comes on HBO, he made a statement that the city of Boston is a racist town. And for an individual like me who's been to Boston, I've been there on a multitude of occasions during my time in the military, they can be very racist. Who can ever forget the time where the Boston Celtics hurled racial slurs at DeMarcus Cousins as he was walking off the court? You know, even some of the members of the own teams like the Red Sox and the Boston Celtics even faced racism as they're living their daily lives and doing their daily jobs and things of that nature. But the question is, where's the lie? Where's the lie that LeBron James said that the city of Boston is a racist town? Where's the lie? So I have absolutely no issue with what he said. I have no issue at all with what LeBron James said. Now, Kendrick Perkins came out on TV and quote unquote exposed LeBron James for being a part owner of the Boston Red Sox. But this is the thing. Kendrick Perkins didn't expose anything that wasn't already public record. So what did Kendrick Perkins expose? We're throwing that word out there way too goddamn loosely. Kendrick Perkins didn't say anything that wasn't already public record. Because back in October of 2021, LeBron James was a part owner of the Boston Red Sox. That's public record. That's nothing that Kendrick Perkins exposed. So I wish people would stop overusing that term. When you expose something, that means you were the first person or one of the only people with knowledge of the situation. And you let that cat out the bag. That's when you expose something. When something's trying to be hidden, when something's trying to be contained, when something's trying to be suppressed, and you let the cat out the bag, that's when you expose something. Kendrick Perkins saying that LeBron James is a part owner of the Boston Red Sox, he didn't expose anything that wasn't already public record. All you had to do was look it up. So Kendrick Perkins didn't say anything that was some kind of bombshell. All you had to do is do some digging, right? And voila, it was right there in public record. So it begs the question, does LeBron James saying that the city of Boston was racist while being a part owner of the Boston Red Sox make him look like a hypocrite? That's the $1 million question. What's up, East Oakland 90 Mac? Salute to you, bro. Does that make him look like a hypocrite? Because Wilson not say that, oh, well, yeah, this place is racist and all that, but yet you're supporting and you're generating money from a team that you said that the city was racist. So chances are, man, there's extremely high probability here that the same fans that like the Boston Celtics also like the Boston Red Sox. See, when you're a person of principle, right? Money should not get in the way of principality. It should not get in the way of that. It should not get in the way of ethics and respect and what have you, in my opinion. Now, whatever opinion you have about the situation is your opinion. I'm just saying what's what me personally, right? Should money get in the way of principle? What's up, B Skrills? Salute to you, bro. Should money get in the way of principle? We know that the city of Boston is a racist town. So why and then have a part ownership of a baseball team that's located in a racist town? I'm just asking the question. But I want to know what you guys think. You think this make him look like a hypocrite? Now, the one thing I don't like about LeBron is that he is a double talking individual. I don't like that shit. He's a double talking, he's a double agent. I've noticed that about him. Because if you go to the political realm, yes, he's spoken out for the black community. We have no problem with that. I have no problem with him speaking out for the black community. But I do have a problem with him aligning with known white supremacists who has done nothing but put the fuck to the black community. Like in 2016, he aligned himself with Hillary Clinton, and in 2020, he aligned with Joe Biden, a guy who authored the 94 crime bill. And you know what my policy is. If anyone that follow my channel, you know what my policy is on that. You cannot play both sides. You cannot be a double agent. You're either with black empowerment or you're with white supremacy, but you can't be both. Because when you try to be everything to everybody, you're nobody to nobody. Cannot play both sides. You cannot say that the town is racist and then you have a, turn around and say that, oh, well, I have a part ownership of the Boston Red Sox. What? Who does that? This is part of the reason why, there are many reasons, but this is part of the reason why you cannot take athletes seriously when it comes to issues within the black community. GG Chiller 702, salute to you. Good morning. So I'm just asking a question. Why would you have part ownership of a team that's located in the city that you deem as racist? I don't get it. I don't get it. Woo! Well. Look who we have here. Back to the basics. Long time no see. It's good to see you. It's good to see you. Courtney Washington, what's good to you? Salute. Make sure I hit that like button. Share. Like. YouTube got me on this shadow ban. So make sure you share this content. But I don't like the double talking. I don't like people being double agents and all that. He has a history of that. He has a history of being a double talking and a individual and a double agent. I don't like that. Now, some people out there that's going to defend this. Well, you got to look at it from a business aspect, LB. This man trying to make $1, man. What's wrong with LeBron James trying to make $1 here, Or they'll say, well, I heard this the other day, and that really lit me on fire. You know what I'm saying? I'm already dark enough, but I just got even darker when I heard this one. Well, Boston Red Sox aren't the same fans as the Boston Celtics, so you got to look at it from a different angle there, LB. What? What? Really? Really? So the Boston Red Sox fan is different than the Boston Celtics. Get the fuck out of here. They're all located in the city of Boston. I've been there. Shout out to Too Raw for TV in the building. Go subscribe to Too Raw for TV. Too Raw is going to probably do a video about this later on. I'll be on the lookout for it. This also proves that you cannot go off what someone says. You have to go off what they do. Because anybody can say something that's going to sound good at the moment. Anybody that's going to say something for shock value and all that, but what does that person do when it matters most? Because I don't follow the words, I follow the actions. And the actions tell me that he has a track record of being a sly, double talking, operative snake. What's up, LA Sports Live? Salute to you, bro. And the fans, man, I mean, them, look, I remember walking down Boston one day when I was stationed in Maine. When I was stationed up in Maine, and I was up in Bath, Maine at that. So Boston is actually 2 hours south of Bath, Maine. So on the weekends, you go down there for the weekend, chill out, whatever like that. I remember one time walking down the street, and someone was in the car, and as they were driving, they were speeding past, and they yell out the N word as they were driving past. And of course, the motherfucker ain't got enough balls to stop, right? But that shit, they lit me on fire, man. That shit lit me on fire, man. For real. I don't look. I remember when I was out in England. A matter of fact, I was in London back in 2014. So me and a couple of my Liberty buddies, we was at the bar. We was getting some dinner that night, you know what I'm saying? I got me some authentic fish and chips and shit. I hear this white dude, right? This white English dude spouting out the N-word. I was going to go after him. I was going to go after the motherfucker. Right? So my buddies held me back. And then it took one of his friends to actually tell him, hey, look, you might want to stop saying that. Because I was staring a hole through that motherfucker iris, bro. I was like a bull seeing red when that motherfucker said that shit. Don't ever say that motherfucking word around me, especially if you're not black. That's like two women calling each other bitch, but as soon as a dude call them a bitch, then all hell gonna break loose. Now I'm not saying that I'm not advocating that two women should be calling each other's bitches, right? Maybe I should take practice what I preach about that. because I said to be a little bit too much my damn self, so I can learn something from this, right? I'm not saying I'm all high and mighty, and I'm definitely not saying I'm all I'm holy in the thou, because I'm far from that. I'm just saying. But yeah, you can't sit up there and rail about this city being racist, and yet you're part owner of a team that's in a city that you deem that's racist. That's I can't rock with that, bro. I can't rock with that. Now, there might be other people out there that feel a certain kind of way when it comes to this particular topic, but for me, and I'm saying me personally, right? Anything that's for example, right? For example, a lot of us in this room probably bought Timberlands at one point or another. You was probably rocking them things. I was rocking Timbs too, right? Putting that money in that man's pocket. Walking in it, trying to kick some games to some females in them, all that shit, right? Until we found out this man was racist. The Timberland owner was racist. I've never done another pair of Timbs ever again. Ever. Back in the 90s, when people was rocking Tommy Hilfiger, right? Oh man, I never personally wore that apparel, but I know a lot of people that did. I mean, you had Tommy this, Tommy that. They had the Tommy jeans, the Tommy shirt, right? The Tommy shoes, Tommy socks. I mean, motherfuckers out there, Tommy down, right? Until they found out he was a racist. What's up, everybody? Intelligent Cycle, Kasim Baker, Kev Cook, Slim 21. Salute to all y'all, man. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you share this video. Now, I personally never wore Tommy Hilfiger. But I know a lot of people that did. And when they found out that he was a racist, people stopped buying his shit. Of course, you have a few bootlicks out there that continue it and whatnot because it make it look good, have some kind of false sense of status or whatever. But for the most part, a lot of people were off that Tommy Hilfiger train when word got out he was a racist. And look, I'm not here to tell LeBron James do with his money. What he does with his money is what he does with his money. But off GP, general principle, if you deem a city that's being racist, why would you put your investment into that? And then let's do it all over the place. First he was a Yankees fan, and then he was out there at the damn Cleveland Indians game when they were going against the Chicago Cubs in the World Series, or whatever like that. But I don't even know why I even mentioned that because that shit's irrelevant. But anyway, the fact of the matter is, me personally, if I was in this situation, right? Well, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. All I know is if I ever had a situation, right, like where I wore Timbs and stuff like that, and I found out that the Timberland guy was a racist, I stopped dealing with him. I didn't buy nothing, no Timbs, no shirt, no nothing that had the Timberland mark on it. I didn't buy it at all. So that's where I'm at on that. And yeah, let's also I know for me personally, I got to do a better job of supporting black-owned businesses or whatever like that. There's a guy by the name of Kyle Ford that has this apparel called Beyond Athletic. Now, Kyle Ford was a guy who I spent time in the Navy with. Um, and we spent, we hung out a lot when we was in the Navy. We was on the same ship, and all that. So I've known him for the better part of like over a decade. You know what I'm saying? Because he was a plank owner, just like I was. When we was on the ship together and stuff like that. He got out, got the hustling. Now he making his own, name out there down there in Atlanta, right? So going forward, right? I'm gonna get more details of his clothing line and stuff like that. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna put the link to his thing in the description box. So this my homeboy's website. So for Beyond Athletic. So once again, this is one of my homeboys. He's a brother, lives down in Atlanta. Trying making things happen down there. So everybody that's down there, GA or where have you, you know what I'm saying? All my Georgia subs or whatever like that, go support my homeboy right there. You know what I'm saying? So there you go, promoting black-owned business. And no, I'm not getting paid for this. You know what I'm saying? This is the love of my homeboy. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to see my homeboy grow and I want to see my homeboy succeed. So, but yeah, man. LeBron James, man, he one of them type. He comes off as one of these people that sticks his finger in the mouth, stick it up in the air, see where the wind blows, and that's the direction he's going to go. I don't like them type people, bro. I don't. That shit's crazy, man. That shit's insane, bro. I don't like that shit. So, let me see if a couple people can come in here. They give me their thoughts on it. All right. The only thing we talking about is this particular this subject right here. Don't come in here trying asking about Lakers trades and Brooklyn Nets trades. I'm not talking about none of that. If you come in here with that, I'm gonna bat your ass out of here. We talking about this thing about LeBron James, whether or not he's a hypocrite. Don't be lumping other topics that have nothing to do with this subject in here. What's up, LVZ? They say this is an open-ended conversation. Don't disrespect nobody just because they have a difference of opinion and all that. That's not what we're here for, right? Everyone has a personal thought about whatever and whoever, so we'll just see how it go. What's up, homie? Salute to you, bro.
I ain't nothing. I hope that's a rhetorical question because this is the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
Well, it is a rhetorical question. There's an open question, and I want to get people's opinion about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, my opinion is that's some dumb shit. If anybody think you're a hypocrite that's like saying, is LeBron James a hypocrite because he played for the Lakers when they spray painted nigga on his house? You know what I'm saying? That would make him look. That makes every last one of us a hypocrite. Are we a hypocrite because we work for some white corporation that's against black people just to make our money? Because that's what every average black person does. So I think if anyone is making it seem as though this man's a hypocrite for owning a business just because he said Boston fans are racist. You don't buy the Red Sox because you care about the fans. You buy the Red Sox because you trying to make some money.
Right.
Nobody buys a team because they love the fans. Fuck the fans. Nobody cares about the fans except other fans. So people, I mean, if anybody is trying to make this seem like this some type of, oh, You don't like Boston, you shouldn't buy nothing in Boston. No, motherfucker, they shouldn't be racist. I get tired of the onus is always on us. Just like, all right, the Sesame Place thing. I had motherfuckers tell me, won't you get your money back? Won't you get your tickets back? Hold on, won't these motherfuckers just not be racist? Hold the fuck on. Won't I hold these motherfuckers accountable? Won't I do something to make a change? Why do we have to be excluded from every fucking thing because other people are idiots?
Yep.
That makes no sense. Not to me anyway. Like motherfuckers say, why you don't cancel your Sesame Play ticket? Because I called them and told them the first motherfucker do that to my grandkid, I'm snatching them the fuck up. And I know that's what I'm gonna do. And I think they know it too. And furthermore, why should my granddaughter have to just sit in the house because other motherfuckers is assholes? No, they're gonna get their shit right because I'm gonna make sure it happens. So, you know what I'm saying? People ain't even paying attention to the fact that LeBron is so polarizing that people could actually hate him so much. He brings a new fan base to Boston. He could make it so that more black fans are Red Sox fans. So, I mean, I look at it like that. If anybody is saying anything like that, I think it's another case of people just being overly critical of everything LeBron James do. Not saying that it is not a reason. It's a reason to criticize everybody. This just isn't one of them, in my opinion.
Yeah, because like I said, there's a lot of people out here that say, "Oh man, he's a hypocrite." No, man, he's a flaming hypocrite. But that's why I posed the question out there, not just like just jump off
I
at the
know.
wagon and shit.
Yeah, that's why I asked. That's why I asked. But I still had to say that's the dumbest shit I ever heard. Whoever said that stupid shit. Look, the nigga saying that, right? The same nigga saying that is going to work at Dow Chemical Company in Delaware, who does everything to segregate Delaware and over criminalize black people. That one company does that. If people look that up, the same nigga saying that work for the Dow Company. You know, the same nigga that want to work for Elon, saying that want to work for Elon Musk at Tesla, where you know they call you nigga.
Yeah.
So, and look, their rationale for, but I ain't say nobody was racist though, because you're a bitch. See, that's the difference. You're a bitch. LeBron told the truth. I mean, is LeBron saying some shit we haven't heard before? In the past 5 years, we have heard about 6 NBA players talk about how racist the shit they heard in Boston was.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron James just the last nigga to do it. But we had Draymond, Kyrie. We had a few more players. So,
DeMarcus Cousins too.
Yeah, DeMarcus. I'm about to say we had a few more. I knew it was like 6 players that's been calling Boston racist. And then we had the baseball players.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's just motherfuckers being overly critical because they just hate anything with LeBron James' name attached to it. They feel like they can hate on it. These niggas is the weakest link, bro. Fuck them. But yeah, if niggas come in here with that old goofy shit, man, smack them upside the head. It's 6 in the morning, West Coast time. I just woke up. This is the first fucking thing I seen my man LB getting it in the morning. Y'all smashed the motherfucking light, man.
Hey man, I appreciate you, bro. You know what I'm saying? All love to you, brother, man. Stay safe out there, bro. Back to the basic, my sister. Long time no see. How you been? What you up to?
Grand Risings. How's everybody doing?
Good, good, good. You know what I'm saying? The minister, the minister. Oh my goodness.
Let me tell you something. I like old boy. I agree with a certain extent of what he said, but I guess I'm gonna be one of them niggas that he gonna be smacking upside the head. Here's where we disagree. Um, LeBron, he told the truth. You know what I mean? And he's been a public figure for quite some period of time. I mean, they don't call him King James for nothing. Um, and when you become a public figure, I mean, there's gonna be people who are gonna support what you say, and you're always gonna have your critics. Um, trying to get to the point is, once the pandemic, or should I say, I guess I can't say that, but once that thing that happened, excuse me.
You called the pandemic.
Okay, I'm just saying because people be censoring and everything, but once that had started, and once we had a chance to actually take a break from the rat race, as I call it, from work and different things. There was talk, I think, between him, Mr. Curry, and a few others about, just wanting to you know, um, just pretty much start their own league, and then Barack Obama, he got, I do believe they had a meeting or something, and I stand corrected if I'm wrong. And then they went right back to playing. So that's where, I mean, this is just one thing that he said. I like to look at past actions as far as what was done, and of course, it's he's playing chess. He's getting the bag. He has a brand. He's expanding on that.
Mm-hmm.
But the question that you raise is, okay, now that you've done all this, are you still pretty much for Black empowerment, or are you just, straddling the fence and, being wishy-washy?
And
I don't hate him. Whoever who got up there on social media talking about he was a hypocrite. Look, I'm living my life. I'm working. I ain't got time to be on, what I'm saying, on social media. Um, I'm just thankful I caught your live today, because that is a good question, as far as whether or not he's a hypocrite or not. But the thing is, hey, he's making his money. He's doing his thing. I said, but what I will agree with the last individual who was on here, exactly. As far as whoever. I saw that video of what happened to those two little girls, and I said, there ain't no way somebody would have got messed up that day on
I know,
site,
right?
you know? So I definitely agree with him there. I mean, LeBron, he just called out pretty much the obvious. But again, when people have been watching you for a long time, don't be surprised if you don't get pushback. You know what I mean? It just comes with the territory of him being a public figure. That's all.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
And that's
all it pretty much is.
yeah,
You know.
because look, he is a polarizing individual. He's a so like one thing. Now, I will say this: one thing I don't like is when every little thing he does, right, is a story. Case in point, last night during the ESPYS, right, that bullshit ass ESPN awards show, Stephen Curry came out and made a joke towards LeBron James, and then you got the media egging it on. You got some crash dummy that's gonna go to the board. Hey, did you hear what Stephen Curry said about you? What's your response to that? And then, no, why is that even a story? Why is that trending on social media? See, that's the kind of stupid shit right there I'm talking about. Just because Stephen Curry made a joke about LeBron, that's nothing that should be constituted into, oh man, we need to make this a story. And then you got that idiot Skip Bayless running his mouth about that this morning.
Well, you know how the media is. They always be spinning stuff and trying to twist stuff, and it's just like, just let certain things go. Okay, he said a joke. You know what I mean? You know how it is. Anything to make a headline or try to, you know, try to make a mountain out of a molehill. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's very ridiculous. It's very ridiculous. Yeah, so that's all I gotta say about that one. So let's switch gears. Let's talk about that incident with Sesame Street, right? Now they're trying to do a whole bunch of damage control after that incident involving the Sesame Street character or whatever like that, right? Now, me personally, I think that thing was corny as fuck, right? As far as like motherfuckers out here, doing this crazy shit when it comes to ignoring the children and all that. I wouldn't stand for that. Me personally, I would not stand for my kids going up. If I had, going up to them, hey, can we get a hug? And they just ignore them, and I'm like, what? Your ass would have gotten fucking dragged. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I agree with LVZ on that point, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, come on. So now they're trying to go into damage control, and you have the family actually got representation. They actually secured some legal counsel. So what's your thoughts on that?
Well, it really is a shame. Like I said, when I seen that video, and I was like, wow, how can you do that to anybody's children, especially our babies? I don't have any children yet, but I got news that I'm going to be an auntie. And let me tell you something, I will be that auntie. I'd be like, I know you did not just, that was just a straight up diss, what was done.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't know like how that affects, how just something like that can affect a child's self-esteem, because, there's other, suicide is not just an adult thing now. You know what I
Right.
mean? You have, babies in elementary school that are getting bullied. I mean, from anything, from their hair, their skin tone, their weight, their body shape already. And then you got somebody just straight diss them out in public like that. This is something that definitely needs to be talked about, because it can open up the conversation to, just a child's self-esteem. A child wants to be loved and accepted, just like everybody. So that to me was just unreasonable. And that person should have been fired. It doesn't matter what they look like up under that costume. You just don't do that to anybody's kids.
Right.
And that little one, I felt so bad for her. I mean, both of their reaction was just, it's just sad. But I find it, interesting that certain groups of people, they can get offended about somebody else calling them a taco, but then we're not supposed to be offended when something like this happens. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That don't make no. Everybody know about what the first lady,
Joe
as far
Biden. Yeah.
as far as her little mix up. Okay,
Yeah.
so the Hispanic community, they came out with guns blazing, but then you have this situation. Oh, you don't think that time had come to us. Well, you just need to sit down and wait and be calm and act. No, ain't nobody being calm about nothing.
It gets on my nerves to the point
You
where
know
you
what I
have
mean?
these people out here, they'll sit up there when we get outraged, whenever we get turned up and all that, and then they'll sit up there and say that, especially these bootlegs is the worst, right? Oh, you guys need to go home, stop acting all wild and stuff. Just like I did the video yesterday about how the 23-year-old brother was shot in the back by police as he was running away, killing him, right? This happened in San Bernardino, California. And then you had that retired LAPD officer, black female officer. Her name was Oh, what the hell was her name? Man, her name just slipped my mind that quick. I can't remember the female's name. Cheryl Dorsey, that's her name. Well, the police officers shooting him in the back was justified. And, you know, if I was his mom, I was like, why are you carrying a gun, sir? I mean, all that bad witch babble that was going on out of her mouth.
I know she didn't say, why is you carrying a gun? Excuse me.
That's what she said.
Nah.
She said that.
Nah, if you black in America, you better have a gun. You better have a piece of something. You better have a toolkit, something.
I mean, she was on her mammyism yesterday.
Nah, I ain't, you know me. I got zero tolerance for that. Nah.
Cheryl Dorsey was on her anti-mammyism yesterday.
No, I'm good. Nah. You let them ever legalize a full AK-47. I will be carrying. Yep. Hey, if they got it, I should be able to carry the same as y'all carrying. Because it's not the guns that's the issue. It's the if the laws on the books were already enforced, and
that's what she said.
And if here's where we differ. I don't believe anybody. You know, we got Second Amendment rights.
That's what she said.
Oh, okay.
Shooting to be reasonable. Retired LAPD Sergeant Cheryl Dorsey, who is often vocal against unjustified police shootings, says this incident does not fall into that category.
Well, we don't know what his intent was. Why does he have a gun is what I want to know. As a law enforcement official and as a mother, if that were my son, I'd want to know, why are you out here brandishing a handgun, sir? What are you doing? No good is going to come of this, and it hasn't.
See, that's that kind of bad witch babble I was trying to tell you.
Shoot, I started shooting a BB gun at age 8 or 9, so I know what she's talking about. Talking about, oh, sir, what you doing? He's black in America. That right there. Period. In a discussion.
Yeah, sitting up there
be able
talking
to carry. You should be able to carry. Ain't nobody else. You know, I mean, I can't believe that. I can't.
She said that out her mouth. Talk about why are you carrying the gun, sir? What? The shooting was justified. We don't know what his intentions was. That's not for you to know. You ain't no fucking psychic.
Exactly. Yeah, it's out of control. You know, ever since 9/11, the police have been what I call militarized. They just out of control. And then we're not even going to get into COVID-19.
Yeah, please don't.
Because it just seems like, oh, okay, well, we got another free pass. We got another. Yeah, we can just, we can shoot people and say taser, and only get
2 years,
a few years, and whatever. I'm like, wow.
That's just crazy, man.
I still like just seeing her smile at that on that photo. I said, this is disgusting.
Very,
very disgusting.
Very much so, man. That shit, man. When she said that, boy, that lit me on fire when that old Aunt your mammy said that.
Yeah, it's just I have zero tolerance for that. I'm definitely for Second Amendment rights. Definitely. You know, and if you're afraid to shoot, hey, get with some people who are comfortable with shooting, and go to a range and shoot. It's not the gun. It's not the guns that's the problem. It's the people's intent behind the guns.
Right.
It's the people. It's not the guns. Let me tell you something. I can have a fully loaded AK-47 sitting right on the table. Nothing's gonna happen until I start messing with that weapon.
Because a lot of people don't understand the concept that a gun is an inanimate object, just like a car, just like money, all that stuff, right? Those are inanimate objects. Those take on the personality of the individuals. Good people do good things with a gun. Bad people do bad things with a gun.
Exactly.
Now, I'm not trying to be on the Republican talking point because I can't stand Republican Party, and I don't like Democratic Party neither. But look, if a guy, if and Cheryl Dorsey, that bitch know better than that. I didn't mean to be saying that word because I just, but she know better than that. She went through police training. Anybody that went through police training or been in the military know that you have the deadly force triangle: opportunity, capability, and intent. And as long as all three are not met, you cannot shoot. Okay? Deadly force is a situation to where a person knows or should know that when he releases that weapon, there is the potential of death or serious bodily harm. What that man did when he was running away with the gun in his hand did not constitute deadly force. He did not point the gun at them. He was not shooting at them. So the deadly force triangle is not fucking met. That man ran away. He was running away with the gun in his hand. So he was not a threat then. She coming out talking about, we don't know what his intention was. That's not for you to know.
You know, you mentioned the military and the police. You know, there's this thing called rules of engagement. You know, and if you know, this just the escalation of force, and even then, you know, there's usually a command on whether or not to engage. You don't just get out and somebody starts running and you shoot them. There is a rules of engagement on how you on and then as far as what force do you escalate to. So she don't even know what she's talking about, and for her to go through the academy and act like she's like, how can you not be aware of rules of engagement? Because you realize that anytime a bullet leaves that chamber, that is a whole police report, a whole investigation.
Right.
So she just with her making that statement, we don't know what his intent was. See, you just told on yourself, because there's elements of a crime. Was there a guilty mind, a guilty act? Were those things happening at around about the same time? Was there an absence of special considerations like mental insanity? And
Was
it
he a
was
licensed gun owner?
right, and was there damage to person property? That all constitutes a crime. So for her to be just talk about, we don't know what his intent was, that's the whole point. So why? So but yet he still, but yet he still got shot in the back. So like, where was the probable cause? Where was the beyond a reasonable doubt? Like, what happened to all that?
Yeah, because see, only when you're black, none of that stuff applies. And they'll sit up here, and you have the media sit up here, make the victim out to be the perpetrator and all that. Well, he had a gun in his hand. He had a gun in his hand, but he was running away. He was not pointing at anybody. He was not shooting at anybody. So the whole "I fear for my life" defense is irrelevant. It's pretty much dead. You cannot use "I'm fearing for my life" when someone's running away. They're not a threat to you if they're running away. So we can just shoot people in the back, but yet you got people who are not from this country can use their SUV as a battering ram, running over people, running through vehicles and all that, and she don't get a truck. She don't get a truck full of bullet holes in her. No, but she can run over people, go through other cars, hit other incoming almost hit incoming traffic as she's trying to drive away. But that's okay. But black man running away, that's not okay. We got to shoot him in the back.
It's the same thing they did with Rayshon Brooks, and the sad part about that was, didn't have to go down like that.
No.
I mean, because again, we have to remember, these police officers have discretion, and discretion is exercising good judgment. And they could have exercised better judgment. He already told him, "Hey, I fell asleep. I've been, all they could have did was, he could have called his sister or had his sister come on, have a family member, and maybe, or even escort him to the house to his sister. It didn't. He didn't have to be gunned down and shot like that in the back, like that.
No.
But again, they failed to exercise discretion, which is good judgment.
Now, what about earlier this year up in Minnesota? Because it seemed like they have a propensity of just killing black folks, right? These cops do, right? Remember the case of Amir Locke, where they now Amir Locke was at a friend's house. They're looking for the friend. They kick down the door. Amir Locke is sleeping on the couch. The dude ain't even had a chance to open his eyes and assess the situation. He was shot dead.
Yeah, it just reminds me of Breonna Taylor in a way, but that's
And
even
what they say,
worse.
and what they say, oh, he had a gun right there. He had a gun right there on the couch. But did he touch the gun? Did he point the
Exactly.
gun? Did he
Exactly.
shoot the gun?
There you go.
But
Yep.
see, the Second Amendment wasn't designed for black people to have firearms. No. I'm gonna do a video about that and its history and all that. Right? The Second Amendment was not designed for black people to own guns. Now you see these right-wing nuts out here talking, we gotta protect the Second Amendment. We gotta protect the Second Amendment. We gotta protect our right to bear arms. That's nothing more than a ploy to get money off of you. But go ahead, my sister. My bad. You know what I'm saying?
No, what you're saying is true. That no, it wasn't. Heck, the whole Constitution wasn't even for us. I
No.
mean, none of it.
None of it.
That preamble, that Declaration of Independence, none of it. I just, sometimes now that I look back, I said, man, like all that education that so-called, I said, man, I had to literally unlearn and relearn more stuff whenever I got out of school.
Yeah, because
And
we
that
were
and that
lied
and
to.
that even includes college. I was
Right.
like, man, like for example, Black history, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't remember being taught about the Moors or about even someone recent like Dr. John Henry Clark, Dr. Francis Kesslin. I'm like,
About
so
President
yeah,
Wilson.
like yeah. I'm like, what? So what? I didn't. I'm like, I don't remember being taught about Kemet. I said, so I'm like, so what type of Black history was that? Yeah, they definitely lied to. It's a shame. And so, but yeah, like when you said about these guns, yeah, it's just, and a lot of that's just a distraction. That's why half the time I don't even be like, I won't even look at the news. I'll just, because it just seems like this is more nonsense day by day.
Mm-hmm.
Just more nonsense. Just like that shooter up in Buffalo.
Or Peyton Gendron.
I mean, just had the nerve. I said, no. See, I couldn't have been a police officer on that because I would have just shot him in the face. You just dealt with the consequences.
Yeah, that's my thing.
You know what I'm
He
saying?
have a gun on
Because
him,
right,
and they don't shoot him.
they didn't even shoot him. Now he had aimed the gun at himself like he was going to commit suicide. Then he goes to the ground, and I'm thinking, oh, but y'all didn't put no 60 bullets, no 46 bullets in him, and he had a gun. And in fact, he had an assault.
He had an assault weapon.
He had an assault weapon.
Had the N word and all this other stuff on, and
I was
every other
like,
kind of
wow.
racist trope that's on that gun. Did you see the gun?
Oh yeah, and I mean he was live streaming, and then gonna have the nerve to plead not guilty. I'm like, dude,
With a
you really.
GoPro.
I'm like, you really got what is wrong with your mind? Like, you remember you were live streaming when you did this.
Yeah, so I mean, who was that did the shooting? Your stunt double?
I don't know. He might say he got an identical twin, but I'm just saying, like, that's it. What's wrong with this dude? Like, this dude, like, your mind ain't right. Like,
Right.
I mean, the conviction should be in the bag.
With a 150-page manifesto and all that.
Yeah.
But he not guilty. All right, fuck out of here.
Oh, I see somebody in the chat said they put dude in protective custody. Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they had to.
Of course, because shoot, anybody would have got wind of that. They'd been like, oh, they would have been coming for him. You might
Man,
as
he
well put
was
him.
dead the first day
Hey,
he got General
you,
Pop.
you might as well put him in solitary confinement.
And for
He
real,
ain't
they had
seeing
to put him in
nobody.
DC. Man, you could have put him in General Pop with all them black folks. Man, that motherfucker could be dead in prison. But see, black folks don't get afforded that though. We don't get afforded that. That shit crazy, man.
Yeah,
That
that's
shit
true.
crazy.
I'm gonna have to get off of here. I'm actually on my way to work, but I am glad that I had a chance to stop on by and
That's
see
always good to have you on here, my
what the
sister.
topic. Thank you. But
Hey,
yeah, I'm glad I was able to stop on by.
hey, when you get a chance, there's a video I did about old preacher man hustle Jesse Lee Peterson, right? You want to check that out.
Oh God.
Yeah,
I'm
preacher man
surprised you
hustle.
didn't. I'm surprised you didn't do one about Creflo Dollar. About
Oh
his
yeah, oh yeah.
about his little every teaching I did on Todd and just destroy it. I'm thinking, how about give people back their money? But anyway.
If God said I could have a plane,
God didn't say
God
nothing.
said I could have a $360 million plane. I could have a $360 million plane. You
Yeah.
can't stop me from dreaming. Yeah, who can ever forget that?
Yeah, you better pay economy like everybody else. But
Yeah,
anyway.
right. Pay them goddamn taxes, there, Creflo. Anyway.
All right, I'm going, y'all. Y'all have
All
a
right,
good
hey,
one.
hey, feel free. Come back anytime, my sister.
All right, brother. All right, have a good day.
You do the same. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna come back in here because there's another particular incident we're gonna talk about. And this one involves a man giving a boy a blowjob at a golf course. And get this dude was a reverend. So be on the lookout for that particular video. I'm gonna come right back here. We're gonna talk about that one. All right. If you're not subscribed to this channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, share these videos on your social media platforms. Shouts out to the LDBC. And go subscribe to LBZ NBA Talk. That's my brother right there. You know what I'm saying? That's my brother. So go subscribe to him. This your man. Scream at me. Oh!